Familiar with the story of XX Tentacion? Do you know what happened to him? Because
I I don't know fully what happened to him. I know he's supposed to be dead.
all right,
Go ahead.
can I explain?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess he was with his cousin, and he went to a motorcycle shop. Before he went to the shop, he went and withdrew $50,000 from the bank.
Who, XX?
Yeah. Supposedly, he never even really went outside. He was always in the house playing video games or in the house
So
recording.
it's like a double?
No, listen.
Okay.
So, his mother has a boyfriend, right? Which is X's stepfather. Now, here's the thing. He always rapped about death, like Biggie, Tupac. It was like he knew he was gonna die. So, the day that he died, right?
Yeah.
I think 2 days later he came out with a video called Sad, and he is walking up to his own casket. He's laying in the casket, but he was laying his old self to rest. But the day that he got killed, there were already 4 guys waiting at the motorcycle shop for him. So how did they know to be at that shop? How did he go draw out $50,000 from the bank, go to a bad area in Florida, and supposedly the kids walked in front of his car, asked him for the bag, and he didn't want to give up the bag with the money in it, and the cousin ran. So I'm thinking set up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Or did he set up his own death? Did the cousin set up his death? I don't want to say this, but did the mother have something to do with it? Because let me tell you, everything went to her.
Yeah.
10 million.
I saw something where it was, like I said, I don't know the story that you told me, but I saw on YouTube that avenue of what you're saying about moms. And it was moms that sacrificed, but then it had a little twist that she set it up, and XX really ain't dead, but she set it up to have it look like it was a sacrifice. He was a sacrifice for her. She gets the money, but he's not really dead somehow.
And because he's having a baby, having a boy.
Yeah.
And every video that was released before he died, he said, "Y'all are gonna love me more when I'm dead." And then the song that he just released, it's not out yet, but one person heard it.
Too much.
It's too much.
I don't believe in coincidence.
It's too coincidental.
Yeah.
It's too coincidental.
Everything is pre-planned.
He said he wanted to go and be a monk somewhere, and I think that he said, like, if he ever was to have a kid, he would go be a monk or something. Like, I think he set it up to where his mother gets his money.
And his child is safe, so he don't have to sacrifice him.
And he kept saying, I'm gonna get sacrificed. He said, if anybody sacrificed me, it was Champagne Poppy. It was Drake.
Who's Champagne?
That's Drake, Champagne Poppy. So he kept literally every video.
Oh, and dudes is dying around Drake. That's another thing I'm seeing on YouTube. Dudes is, all his friends get murdered, but yet he keeps,
Yeah. And then the thing about Drake is, I seen like a lot of girls that mess with him said that like he would write them and say, "I'll kill you if I found out you're talking shit about me or doing like."
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Like, oh, don't fuck with me. I'm the wrong one. Snap. Really. So, I don't know, but the thing about the XX situation.
Yeah.
Now, XXX supposedly stands for 666.
Of course.
But he's saying it's unknown. It stands for unknown temptation.
Well, what?
But he was a devil worshiper.
Yeah.
And he used to, him and his friends used to sacrifice girls. They used to fuck the girls.
Yeah.
And have a what you call it, under the bed.
Pentagram.
A pentagram under the bed while they're fucking the girl, sacrificing their souls. This is what I'm like hearing and seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was trying to change his life, and
Was
something.
it?
Yes.
Ain't no changing when you've sold. There ain't no changing.
That's what other people say too.
There ain't no changing.
going back.
This is why they all sell, because they sell when they don't know anything. There is no. They say that it was Joe Jackson that sold.
Michael
and them sold. I didn't know you could do that. They said, I just heard on YouTube. That's my main source.
You might too.
I know they'll be going in on me, but where Woody from Drew Hill said it was Nokia. That's the devil worshiper. When they got the three boys out of the church, which was him, Jazz, and Cisco, and sold their souls. This is why Woody left.
That's crazy.
Kept trying to do the gospel, but when you, so now I didn't know you could third party sell a soul, but when you first party sell a soul,
third party sell a soul though.
You can do that. I didn't know you could do that.
He said third party sell a soul.
I guess the sins of the father, boy.
Oh my God.
But what's becoming evident is all our stars. The truth about Hollywood, which is Witch Hill.
And I was in Hollywood. I seen it. I seen it firsthand.
Drew Hill's name was. They wanted to be Legacy after Jodeci, but the record company said Drew Hill and came up with the dragon from the dog on what you call it. Now the dragon is the beast.
Oh shit! Unleash the dragon.
Yeah, ain't that? I used to love that doggone song. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Cisco, you run around, you calling yourself the beast. You know what I mean? So this is all stuff that you come into, and it's just, man, once you get to that point, back to tentacion, if he's sold himself, and I teach my daughter, you know, these people that you see on television,
don't envy them.
Don't.
The entertainers.
Look at Demi Lovato. You watched her as a child. Look at her going through what she's going through now.
Sad.
Fame ain't worth it. Fame is the biggest con there is. You can't name one happy celebrity. And if they're happy, they're not a celebrity anymore.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And you know what's crazy? People want fame so bad. And I feel like the ones who don't really make it, I think God really saves their souls. I think God saved my soul.
Wonders. They don't know that what you call it, that's a blessing.
Yes.
I think of one-hit wonders as people that were good enough that when they got to the point where they said sign this, they were strong enough to say no.
Look at.
And it's always the stars. They always come from some type of poverty.
Yeah.
So they're desperate and destitute.
Yep, and desperate times call for desperate measures. Yes.
And they say things out of their mouths that they don't mean, and they've actually called a demon to them.
Conjuring.
Bob Dylan. You hear his voice, but yet Bob Dylan said he's just paying his dues to El Jefe. That's
the boss.
Spanish for the devil.
I thought Jefe means boss.
It does, but
the devil. Okay, El Jefe, the boss. Okay, yeah.
Talking about the devil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thought that meant the same thing too. So his voice is terrible, but he's a star. He's a star. People want to listen to his terrible voice. I think his voice is That's not a talented dude.
Oh my God.
So you must have sold your soul to have a darker force put us under a spell and want to listen to your stuff.
So what do you think about Cardi B? Her personality is bomb. I love her personality. I think she's hilarious.
I think they went and got, she's all illiterate and she comes off illiterate.
I think they got her
it's
to...
the way that she sounds, is naturally the way she sounds, but you don't sound the most... And so now this is going to be on the internet and stuff. I ain't trying to start no trouble. I don't need no niggas at my door. But you don't, in my opinion, you don't come across as the most intelligent.
I mean, I feel like I think no. I think it's the act.
I've seen things. No, it's not an act. That's the mind control. That's the MK Ultra. Because I seen her flick off and do
glitch.
I seen her glitch out. So she's under the mind control, and you can't be a star in Hollywood and not be under their control in the form of the Monarch program or the MK Ultra program, which is these are all militarized mind control programs.
Did I tell you I went to the Beyonce concert?
Yeah.
And you know what? Like inhumane, how it was impossible. Yeah. How? I don't know how she does what she does.
Well, Sasha Fierce. Her alter ego.
Yo.
The demon that she channels. Because she says she couldn't do it. She's a shy person. And most of all of the people will
they all have alter egos.
Right. How do you think they know them lines to the songs all the time? Or how do you think the doggone actors can bring out that emotion? It's not their years at Juilliard or acting school or whatever school that they learned in acting. No, it's when they get programmed, they're able to become the people that they're supposed to be in these acting, in these roles that they are. It's not that they're great, these great actors. They're under this mind control that they can act this way. Wow. So it's all MK Ultra. It's all controlled. The entertainers, the athletes, the musicians, the actors, Hollywood, it's all controlled.
Puppet master.
It is puppet master. It is. Mm-hmm. And then people are not thinking under their own. This is when they do things that don't make sense. You got and you see all this evidence and all this video footage. Politicians too. You saw Hillary clicking off and shit like that. Her programming is fucking up.
Yeah.
Kanye West's programming was coming off at the San Pablo tour. When he was going in, they grabbed his ass off the stage. His handler came and got his ass off the stage. They took him to the hospital, and then he comes out with the blonde hair.
Now, they all come out with blonde hair
because that's to symbolize that they're reprogrammed again.
Yes.
Martin ain't never come back right. After he was out there shooting, when they was chasing his ass out there in Los Angeles, and they said he was out there shooting at the he was shooting at them doggone them star killers, and the Martin that we see now, I believe, is a clone. The real long-headed, skinny-headed Martin, because he's an Aries like me, born a day before me. He shouldn't be no big old fat dude that they see down there. So I believe that's a clone. That'll be another doggone.
Oh my God.
But,
oh man.
No, don't want to be in Hollywood. Don't want to be an entertainer. Don't want to be none of that, because if you're gonna do it at the $20 million level,
that's when they come for you.
That's when they come for you. And anything under the $20 million, you just the field hands. You might as well be the extras. You might as well be the doggone gopher.
So Beyonce and Jay-Z, when they finished the European leg of the tour, before they even hit U.S. soil, do you know they made $900 million? And do you know when I went to the concert, they literally flew in Beyonce and Jay-Z on a helicopter, right?
On the stage?
No, they fly them in.
Let y'all see it?
No, you could see the helicopter coming because it's an open arena. It's open arena.
Yeah.
I'm saying they don't waste no time. They don't spend no time there. They're in and out.
Oh, okay.
In and out. Like they keep them so safe. You know what I mean? Yeah, like.
So they fly them in just for the performance.
They fly them in. It's like they fly them in. They drop them off like little ants or something, and then swoop them back up. Like once their show is over, right before the show is over, you see the helicopter coming to get Beyonce and Jay-Z. And they had guys there with friggin' what do you call them, AR rifles and AR-15s and shit. Yeah. I was like, well, I'm staying next to these guys, but as soon as Jay-Z and Beyonce was gone, them motherfuckers was gone too.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, we don't care about you no more, bye. Yeah. But like I said, amazing. Like I don't know how she does that. That's why I believe it has to be something supernatural.
Then they show Katy Perry out there fainting on the doggone stage. There's something that's happening to these people, man. So fame and all this notoriety and being rich, even if you get rich, how you gonna maintain that money? You not no dirtbag. This is why those people that win the lottery, this is why they end up dying, because they're everyday people. They're not used to this money, and now they got this money and they do something in excess. So now you get rich. How you gonna maintain that money? You got to do something. You got to join the club to maintain your $20 million. And now we can't have you taking your money and using it for good causes against us. So now when you start to act out, or when you start to go against the machine, we got to bring you in and program you
So
with the money.
no, that with XX,
Yeah.
he started a foundation called the Helping Hand. It was like once he started doing good stuff, he was gone. That's when he started talking about, oh, they're gonna sacrifice me, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, because I'm doing all this good stuff.
Yeah. So he knew what was coming. He knew that.
He knew.
So it's the same thing as Pac then. I believe Pac faked his death. I believe Pac knew. I believe his mom knew. I believe Geronimo knew. They knew what was going down. Pac had ties to Cuba, to Omar Gaddafi before he died. I believe Pac is still alive.
Do you really?
Yeah. I believe he faked it.
Like
I believe his
Machiavelli.
mother is still alive. I believe she faked it.
Really?
Yeah.
But why? Because she just died.
So she can go be with her son. I'll go be in seclusion with him.
Oh, yeah.
He had like I said, he had those. He wasn't getting his money. He owed the IRS. He wasn't going back to jail. And right around that time, a lot of shit was going on with him. Even, though he did those 2 albums with Sugar and everything.
Same thing with X. That's why they compare him, because he was facing like 15 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Now the charges are dropped.
And so now think about with Pac, his mom and Geronimo Pratt are looking over him. My mom and dad has done something to when they've looked out for us. They've done some gangster stuff. So I can believe on that level where Afeni would get with Geronimo, even while Geronimo was locked up. He hearing about what's going on with Pac out there. I believe
You're talking about the stepfather?
Yeah, Geronimo. Yeah,
is he still alive?
Geronimo Pratt. Yeah, he's still alive, and he's over in Africa now.
Okay.
He's the one that gave Machiavelli the book to Pac. Recommended that Pac read to get him ready for what the hell is he gonna do. See more footage, some other footage of them at the hospital with these dudes with the.
They said that he never. Wait. They said they never seen his body leave the hospital.
Exactly.
Something like that.
And then you gonna find out the same thing with Extension.
They
And
wouldn't.
it sounds like this brother might have known this is on, right? So I need to be looking at this because I'm looking at everybody up there. This dude might have got hit to it and was bold enough to look, I'm gonna do the same thing. And I bet you his mama helped him. That's why they're trying to, where there's smoke, there's fire. Well, there's rumors that his mother might have had something to do with it. If she did have something to do with it, she probably orchestrated it. Because I know my mother would orchestrate something like that.
But they're from Jamaica, so you already
Even
know
more.
that you already know they're
Even
down.
more.
They know.
You're not gonna get my boy. No, that's crap.
And it's just like he affected so many people though. Like, so I don't know why he would want to leave his fans.
Yeah, well, because
but then,
he got a lot. If he know he gave his soul in the first place. Because
you hear this, XX fans?
For him to be in the limelight and for us to be even mentioning his name, you've sold your soul. It just so happens nowadays.
Oh, he's told you. He said I talked to the devil in Miami. So
this is the only reason why we know him.
Yes.
So if he was that, he was on the inside, like Cat Williams was on the inside, but instead of coming to talk about it, he talked about it and then went and faked his death. I can believe that happened. I can believe that the brother did that because guess what's coming next? They want your mama or they gonna want that baby. For that next album that they get ready to blow you up and put you on for your second album, you got to have a sacrifice, boy. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be your beloved mama, or is it gonna be that baby that you just had?
No, she's 4 months pregnant. She's having a boy, and he said,
And
I will come back.
Yeah, if he's aware, he's saving everybody by going to fake my death.
He's very, very intelligent.
And so if he's that damn intelligent, then if that's an attribute of his, then you have to entertain that thought, and you would have to put good sense together that could be a possibility that he did that if he had wherewithal.
You gotta see the video that he came out with after he died, though.
Yeah.
You gotta really watch everything, and then here's the funnier thing.
Yeah.
His funeral. Nobody was allowed to have cameras. Nobody was allowed to take pictures. Nothing. They said that his body was far away. Like you could walk up to. You couldn't really walk up close to it.
Yeah.
But then his sister said, who wasn't really close to him, said that she felt his body cold, whatever. But that could be anything. That could have been somebody.
Too, right?
Yeah, or that could have been
you gotta sell it.
a frozen chemical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they got wax figures that look just like the people.
You ain't lying.
And when he died, they said there was no blood, no nothing. Just the way everything went down was crazy, and something didn't sit right with me. And I didn't really even know who he was. I heard a song from Kodak Black with him, Rolling Peace, right? And I always loved that song, but I never knew he was on that song. But when he died, and I started looking into his music and looking into why these kids loved him and why he was so loved, I was like, wow, he's very intriguing. Like, I got sucked into.
He's interesting.
Oh my God. Completely. It's 20 years old. 20 years old.
Yeah.
Smart as fuck. Like, he was into alchemy. Talking about read the master key.
Yeah, then he was a devil worshiper. And the alchemy, that's magic. That's magic, and that's an abomination. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
alchemy is the practice of science and magic, right?
Yeah. There ain't no science and magic. Just trying to mix in science with
magic.
Yeah.
So that's alchemy.
And that's why it's an abomination, because science is derivative of God. Magic is an abomination. So now when you're trying to put it together, alchemy, like the alchemist, I'm trying to work up some witchcraft.
I never knew. I thought alchemy was some some
chemicals
or chemists. That's what I thought alchemy was. I thought it was like chemical stuff.
Yeah,
but
any kind of that's witchcraft.
Like I said, his mother's boyfriend was like a big.
Yeah.
So Jamaican.
Yeah.
Already got all that money. Then fell off.
Yeah.
So somebody.
Yeah.
Something is just not.
You find the connection between.
There's too many connections.
You find the connection between Geronimo Pratt and Extension, because that same concept, probably what Pop did, is probably what this dude did. But I don't know. I just wouldn't not put it past something like that happen. I'm not saying that happened, but I wouldn't put it past that he faked it. I wouldn't think that would be out of the frame.
And then right after when he died, his niece from Jamaica came down. She was dead a week later. 11 years old. She drowned in a pool in Jamaica. She probably heard something.
Yeah.
She probably was listening.
Yeah.
Heard something heard something she wasn't supposed to hear.
It's all convoluted.
And again, people, this is just conspiracy theories. This is just our opinion.
No theories.
Oh, okay.
Theories is what I'll be discussing. And when you ask me stuff, I'm gonna be talking about stuff that has happened. So if it's happened, you take away theory.
Okay.
And you only have conspiracy. And for all you out there that think that this world is rosy, what is the government, what is those that, the higher ups of anything, what have they done for you at your job? What has the senior manager done for you? Why do you think they got your best interests at hand and you go to work
You
and
just a number.
your job don't even doggone offer you health benefits. They don't even want to, everything is temporary, what you call it.
You're just a number.
Why is it that you have so much trust in those that run our lives? Why would you have so much trust? Why wouldn't you have at least an inkling of doubt and then take that inkling? I'm going to go research to see what these people in this life that I'm living, to see if it's true. And that's what I would just tell everybody to do. Challenge.
But a lot of people aren't mentally strong enough or capable
and they
don't even want to do that.
I want to go to work. I want to make my little money. I want to go to the house. I want to fuck my bitches. I want to pay my bills.
Yeah.
No, it's bigger than that, because this is temporary. You're not here. You're not going to stay here. You're not going to stay here. You're not going to continue to fuck your bitches. And if heaven is really what it's supposed to be, we're going to be doing that there. In some way, other form, having relations.
Exactly.
This is temporary. So even paying your bills, doing this, and doing that, you're living your comfortable life, living your best life for how long?
And what about like all these people coming up off of internet success? Like all these women all these Instagram models.
Yeah.
All coming up off of Instagram.
All that
and
is
it's
the new
all,
Jet.
It's just.
You remember the Jet magazine?
Oh yeah.
That's what I think Instagram chicks are. That's what you take them as.
But you have every other normal girl or man, because there's male models too, looking at them like, oh, I want to be this, fantasizing, wishing they could look like that.
I think
but it's
the
all
everyday chick, I think the everyday person, if they would just look into themselves, not trying to be that person, you can be beautiful. Somebody will find you beautiful.
Exactly.
We're our own worst critics. We think we can do better than what God gave us when we look into the mirror.
Yeah.
And what we see as flaws, we find out other people see as beauty.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was so hard on myself about this. Well, we don't see you like you see yourself. We think you're being too hard on yourself. That's 85% of the time, unless you just special looking, we'll say.
When I was thin, I always was like, oh, I'm so fat. And then I look back like I was so, like my body was perfect and I was so hard on myself thinking I'm so big and so, I really wasn't. I wasn't.
Well, then don't be too hard on yourself, because how long ago was that? You're still going through phases of life. Now you turn into woman.
Mm-hmm.
You went from young lady to, now you're going into woman. So yeah, you're going to put on, you had a baby. You know what I mean? And the skinny chick ain't in anyway. Except for the, the little dude, you know what I mean? Who wants to do all that click-clacking? You know what I mean? We like some meat on women, all that pelvic bone. There needs to be something from the mash, and there needs to be some cushion.
Who was it that said, was it you who said when you go to the market, what do you, and if you buy meat?
If I buy what?
If you go to the market and buy meat,
yeah.
What meat do you look for?
Oh, it wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
No, I must didn't say that. That's not ringing no bell, not that I said.
Somebody said, if you go to the supermarket, are you gonna look for a ham that's just a bone?
Yeah.
Or a steak that has no meat on it?
Right.
A bony steak, or are you gonna look for something with meat?
And to circle back to that, I think that's what society's become with all the fakeness now. I think the normal.
Yeah, when I had all that, now, they didn't like it.
Right. Now the skinny girls are trying to get our features.
It's
and
crazy.
Even from the ass to the tits to the lips.
Kylie Jenner.
Right. To the cheeks to the tanning.
Oh my God. Kim Kardashian, I just saw a picture of her. When I say she's blacker than me and you, she is dark. And she put up, this is from my tanning from Bahamas and this is that. She's getting blacker and blacker.
But this is naturally me.
And
I can go in the shade.
Kylie Jenner sells her makeup products, right?
Yeah.
Billionaire, 21 years old, just turned 21.
Yeah.
And had those lip injections all these girls all around the world went and got these lip
And she got hers
injections,
taken out.
and then she got hers taken
Yeah,
out.
I
Come
saw
on,
that.
like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, you stupid lemmings.
Yeah.
Following behind these puppets.
But yet, her makeup line is still thriving.
Of course.
Thriving.
Because she's thrown out in the public. She's got light. She's got light. That light is manufactured. What is she doing to have to do that? To have this makeup line, or what you call it? Don't she gotta eat babies? Don't she have to have sex with donkeys? Don't she have to go to these Pandora parties in what you call it, and be subjected to eating feces, drinking piss?
What?
Yeah, this is what goes on in the secret societies, and this is what goes on at those mansion parties.
Well, I know,
So
I know crazy stuff that
To
goes
be
on,
able
but
to do this, to be able to maintain this lifestyle, you have to perform in debauchery and degradation. Anything that's unnatural, remember it's Luciferian. So anything that's natural, you have to do unnatural. So if it's natural for God to tell you not to eat your own feces,
like the spirit cooking.
exactly.
The spirit
You're
cooking.
not supposed to sleep with children, so there's a lot of pedophilia out there. You're not supposed to eat humans. Keanu Reeves says that they eat, Jennifer Lawrence says we eat only the finest meat in what you call human meat. They've said it. The doggone kid, Macaulay Culkin, said that he was in there with the doggone executive right after Home Alone 1, that they're getting ready to do Home Alone 2, and he's sitting there, he doesn't have an agent that got him on as a kid, and the director tells him, do you remember the little girl Heather O'Rourke from doggone The Poltergeist? She was big back then, and what you call it?
Yes, and
He
she
was
died.
wearing her skin
What?
on his shoes. His shoes was made of her skin. So this is Hollywood and what they feel about you. This is why it's called a machine. It gobbles you up and spits you out. And there's millions of people, everybody wants to fucking sing. So what, you can sing. So if you can sing out there and you're developing your little voice, fuck you and your singing. We don't need no more singers.
And there's so many singers that sound alike, but there
don't
are
need any more
talented
singers.
singers. But you know what's messed up? There are singers that, like Prince, God rest his soul,
He was an
artist.
alchemist too. He was a
Yeah.
witchcraft too.
Yeah.
He getting ready to be judged too.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you
But
off.
we love Prince though.
Well, shit, that's because I'm coming in the light though. We were all channelers of spirits. That Prince symbol was a sigil. He was using magic. It wasn't that he went, well, that was a symbol. It's called a sigil. Look that up.
What?
It's called a sigil.
Like discern?
Yeah. It was a symbol that made it hypnotic. Everything was to draw you more into him.
Wow.
Him, Michael, would go into these spells to channel, to get the inspiration. You think Prince was doing all of this stuff at 7 and 6? This is a spirit that's giving him this inspiration for these songs. Not fucking gifted. Not gifted. Michael Jackson got to take this shit to go into the sleep to get the inspiration for his damn songs.
Wow.
Just like writer's block.
Yeah.
Just like writer's block. They gotta come out of their writer's block. So they got the money and they go through these exaggerate ways. And the exaggerate ways are also conjuring up spirits in mirrors, in smoke. Look at the doggone concert with all that smoke.
Oh
all
my
the
God.
mirrors.
Yes. Smoke and mirrors and fire, and it's sick.
Even the mirrors in your house. Mirrors are portals.
For spirits. I know. I know.
Shit ain't good about a fucking mirror.
I know.
But yet we got them everywhere. And the energy, say you move into a house, the last energy of that person in that mirror, you come and now it's your mirror. You're absorbing that energy. Because all we do is transfer energy anyway, as human beings. Even when we pass away.
It's just transferred energy.
It's just transferred. The soul continues on. The body stays in the ground. This is why I don't understand people that go, anyway, I don't want to make the mourners, I'm not trying to rile them up. Your loved one ain't there. That's what I'm basically telling you.
No, you're right. So when you go visit them, they're not there.
That energy has transferred. Their soul is at another plane, probably waiting for judgment. Although the Quran does talk about torment of the grave. So I might need to back up off of that because I'm just reminded in the Quran it does talk about, oh, you gotta go to the grave. In an analogy of one in Islam, you have to rinse yourself. It's called istinja. When you use the bathroom, when you go to a Muslim's house, there's usually a pitcher of water by the toilet. And the men, here's another thing, men are actually supposed to sit down to piss. We are. It is not effeminate. Here is why. Because it's easier while you're sitting there with piss to take your water and rinse yourself.
Yeah.
You're supposed to rinse yourself after you piss. And if you take a big old dump, you're supposed to jump your ass in the shower. What you call it? So the difference between those that have done that is the difference in a body that's been in the ground for 20 years and it's all maggoty and wormed out, and a body that's been in the ground and has been preserved. Nature. So it's a transference of energy. It's all energy. So you going in, so these mirrors are harbingers of energy.
Oh, okay.
So what you see is going to give you back. So if you're standing in the fucking in the mirror and you're giving it negative energy, it's gonna reflect it right back. You're giving yourself, you're calling curses on yourself in the fucking mirror. Talking about you hate this about yourself. Talking about you hate that about yourself. Talking about this, that, and the third. Fuck that mirror. Look in there, get yourself presentable, and put a towel over that mirror. The mirror's not a good thing.
No, they're not.
Just like tattoos. These are all demonic. This is all knowledge that the Nephilim brought the females. Red lipstick. Women stop wearing that shit.
Hey, look at Audrey right there. Red lipstick. Look at me. Look at Marilyn. Red lipstick.
That's okay. And they dead. And they were puppets.
Yes.
They were puppets. Red lipsticks was a sign of the prostitutes. Red lipstick, they came up with red to make the lips look like a vagina. Do you want your mouth to look like a fuckhole all the damn time?
What?
Yeah, do some knowledge.
Wow.
In the 1800s, the red lipstick symbolized the prostitute.
As me being a makeup artist,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I should know that, but
Yeah.
I never knew. I knew the prostitute, but I didn't know symbolizing a vagina. No.
Yeah. That's it. They're trying to make your mouth look like a vagina. Red.
Wow.
Red. This is all little stuff in these. But the biggest thing is the red lipstick was knowledge that the Nephilim bought the females that they were told to guard, that they ended up having children with, which were the giants, which were abominations. So the information that the fallen angels came down and gave, you ain't supposed to be using. So you ain't supposed to have red lipstick. You ain't supposed to. And where does this concept come from? Hollywood. It's called witchcraft. Your makeup is called witchcraft. I'm sorry, I know you do that for a living. But makeup is called witchcraft.
Because you're disguising yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. The Most High already told the woman how to disguise herself. Cover your hair. Cover yourself up to here. Guard your modesty. Dress your ass a certain way. Only reveal yourself to the man in your life, and the family that you grew up with should only see your ornaments. There's your makeup. No, you don't want to fucking do that.
But as I become more spiritually awakened, or let's not say spiritually, but let's say awakened.
That's it.
I really don't like makeup. I wore it today because I was supposed to be behind camera.
Yeah.
However,
you're coming into knowledge.
I'm just not liking it.
And what's happening, even if you haven't heard it yet, your spirit knows it and it's starting to tell you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Our spirits, that's what your intuition.
Yes.
It's divine. That's the part of us that is like the Most High. Intuition, instinct. And a lot of us don't listen to it, or it hasn't been sharpened. And you got to reach a certain point in life. You're at a certain point in life.
Yes.
I didn't know this shit at 25. I was still seeking though, but I didn't know it. I'm 47 years old. I got this knowledge now.
And the crazy thing is with makeup, it's like all these other young makeup artists, they want to make women look like drag queens. I love the drag queens.
Well,
don't get me wrong.
That's because that demon spirit is down here now anyway, and that's prevalent in the democracy. That what you was about to say. At the risk of offending,
The LGBT.
Yeah, the LGBT.
Yeah.
Still, it's a form of confusion, whether you want to say it or not, whether you want to try to use your sensibilities or not. If you're a male and you feel like a female, you're confused, goddammit. Vice versa with the female. If you're a female body and you feel like you're a man and you're the dominant, you are still a female.
I never got that.
Everybody should act like they're fucking genitalia. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
My opinion is more freer than yours, I believe.
Yeah.
But because I don't want to offend anyone.
I don't give a fuck if I do. Really. I don't got nothing. You can't come take nothing from me. I don't have any fucking thing. Shit. What the fuck are you? I'm not famous. I don't want to be famous. If you're offended, then you need to go and seek counsel and learn how to deal with being offended. Get the fuck over it. Because if I'm saying something that's the truth, it's the truth. The truth don't care about your fucking feelings. And the truth is, if you have a penis, act like the male. And if you have a vagina, I don't care how much you look like dad, I don't care how much you're oddly shaped and you walk like dad, you act like mama. And you go out in the world. I feel like a girl as a boy, but I'm going to go over here and be with this girl.
Yes. But you know what I don't understand? How, like, okay, young M.A. Or
I saw her with her hair down. She didn't look half bad.
She's very, very cute.
Yeah, but then now you're going to come over here and smelling like, you just got done running hoop. You know what I mean? Your pants hanging off your ass more than mine was in the fucking 80s, 88, 90. You just got that.
That's what I don't understand, why a woman wants to be with another woman that looks like that. You might as well be with a man.
Right. And then the scissoring and I don't understand that either. I don't understand that. I don't understand dudes that say ignorantly, oh, well, like lesbians. No, you like bisexual women. Because bisexual women, you have a chance on being the penis in the two vaginas. But if they're lesbians, they don't want you around. Because they don't want your penis. This bitch would rather have the bulldog, the stud, like a woman. Ain't that's confusion right there. A stud cannot be a woman. Get that through your head. So stop calling them studs. The bull dagger, she'd rather have her put a damn strap on than to have a real man just use his. Eminem said, like, that shit don't make sense, like Dyke's using dildos. That don't make sense.
And we just came out with a new album, by the way.
I don't care. I'm past that phase like Jay. All y'all old rappers, shut the fuck up. Except for Styles. Styles P. Styles P keeps spitting that hard shit. It act like your genitalia, and that's all. And so I circle back to say that that's of confusion, and that seems to be the prevalent mind state in the democracy right now, and they're pushing confusion. You see that prevalent everywhere now. They got a big ass parade down there. You got a big ass parade. Why? Because of your sexual, or you're celebrating your sexual preference, your sexual lifestyle. That's all the doggone parade is. Mm-hmm. We're celebrating what is being gay.
Which I do makeup for the parade.
Yeah, that's okay. Still, you're not the one talking, and you can disclaim everything. You can say, "Hey, look, And views necessarily expressed by this asshole. Anyway.
Okay.
But that's all it is. It's a celebration. What is being gay? Is a sexual preference and a lifestyle, right? So this is what we're celebrating.
I think it's they're celebrating the openness of it, but it's been a.
Well, the reason why they're celebrating open because they just about 20 years ago because being gay was considered crazy, and they locked you up for that.
Wow.
They just took that. They got together and was able to get that taken out of the DSM. The DSM is the medical book of psychosis.
Wow.
So in Bradley, in Butler, used to be a lot of gay people. So that's why it was called In the Closet. I'm in the closet because if I say it out loud, they're gonna think I'm crazy and throw me in the insane asylum. 20 years ago, they take that out. They let everybody out. So it's the equivalent of letting all the criminals out, and now society turns into a criminal society. We celebrating the criminals.
Wow, that's nuts.
It's the same basic premise. Now you got them down there, and I know I'm going to offend a lot, but hey, this is the truth. That's what we celebrate. That's what y'all celebrating down there. And so that, to bring it all back, that's the confusion under the democracy, which is derivative of Lucifer, that wants everything to be against nature, which the Most High sent us down. Nature is man and woman. That's why the penis goes into the doggone vagina and don't no doo-doo come out the vagina. You're not supposed to fuck in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
That's a direct command from God. You are not supposed to fuck in the ass. It's an abomination.
Why are guys like that?
Because there's a G-spot back there. Tell your woman to take her finger, lick it, stick it down in it, just like you can do to her. Fellas, you can take your finger, the G-spot is right there. Same thing in a man. Woman, go get your woman. If you're that type of man, women, when women love you, they will love you to the utmost. So she will stick her finger, baby. Stick your finger in right there for me. And at least it's not a dick. But they want that. And so I believe that that's an opposite of nature.
Yeah.
It's not natural. If you want to be offended by that, then you want to be offended anyway. You can take a dick, but you can't take what I just said. And you know it's the truth? Shit. I don't understand how you don't like women anyway. I don't want to be like no woman. I don't understand that you want to walk around being effeminate. Oh, but you don't get the period. Give these motherfuckers the period. You want to feel with a real woman, and then the eccentric ones. Well, wait a minute. Women don't even act like that. You're doing extra. Because you're not supposed to act like that. You're not. And you're right, you'll have those that say that they was born this way. And I grew up with some kids over there in Southside. A couple of dudes, 7th, 8th grade.
You don't think you're born that way?
So what does that mean? So
because a penis is a vagina first.
So okay, but at the same time, so you're saying that the chromosomes get mixed up?
Yeah.
So now whose fault is it? Is it the Most High's fault, or is it a defect of the two people that came together to procreate? Because that would be the only way. If somebody says I was born this way, well, then it would have to be the fault of your mom and dad. And if it's the fault of your mom and dad, you tell me. And they can never tell me. Which one of them is gay? There's a gay gene? So who did you get it from?
Well, I
all the genes, most.
I have 3 gay uncles.
Yeah. But where's the gene come from? From your gay granddad?
No, I don't know.
Your gay grandmother?
I don't know. No.
That's what I'm saying. But were they gay?
No.
My point exactly. If they were gay, you wouldn't be here. This is why they're pushing the gay agenda as another form of population control. Because if everybody's gay, if it's programmed on television that it's all right to be gay, if they're biochemically engineering pesticides to spray on produce and food that we're eating to engineerly get you to be gay, you might not have been gay. But now you eat an apple with the pesticides sprayed on it. You like apples. You've been eating apples for the past 10 years of your life. Now you go from 10 years ago in fucking 2008, you loved women. Now all of a sudden you want to suck a dick in 2018. So not all of it. Because there's some outside engineering that's going on that's pushing this agenda too. And why would they do that? Because they want population control. The Guidestones down there in Georgia say to create a utopian society, the population must be 500,000 people. Got way more than that. Is that on the earth or is that in America? We got 23, 30 million people in America. We got 8.1 billion people on the earth. So if they got the Guidestones done, you think that's just up there for nothing? Like the doggone statue down in Arkansas of the Baphomet that's down there for nothing? Oh, so of course, crazy. So if everybody is, and let's not even use the word gay anymore. If everybody is asexual, there's no more procreation. Once again, against God. Because we're made to procreate.
Wow.
We're made, one of our basic functions is to procreate. So Lucifer has just made it over the last 30 years to where we don't want to procreate anymore. They got the statistics of white people, y'all are not recreating generational children. Meaning, to replace a generation of a race,
you need
the race before that needs to have 2.5 children. No, 3 children to replace the dying people of that race. White people are having 1.5 children. Their race is dying. Their race is deplenishing.
Wow.
And the more white women are sleeping with black men, it's all gonna eventually just be mixed, or ain't no such thing as mixed, black. Because they don't even know that they're not replacing their own race enough.
Like the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Boy, I couldn't believe that girl was black. I saw that picture though. She's black. But my grandmother said, baby, black people come as light as you want them, and they come as dark as you want them. And she's an example. She's an example. That's a white girl when we look at her, but I saw that kink. You saw that old picture of her?
Yeah, they say that.
I saw that kink in that hair.
Bloodline again.
They showed a picture of her, like, I don't know, I think she was in 7th, 8th grade. Oh, yeah.
They say she's from the Nega serpent bloodline, which is a reptilian bloodline.
So that's why she was chosen for royalty.
Yes. Yep.
That's why she's...
Yep. And at the wedding, the mother was by herself. She was sat by herself.
Yeah.
And everybody else was sitting on the other side, looking like all evil and shit. It was crazy.
Well, she married into the evilness. She should know. She know. You know who Prince Harry is? You know. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what we living under in the democracy is this confusion, and that's why everything is being pushed. And the gay agenda, I ain't got nothing against gays. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing. I'm just saying what it is. Y'all all got to be judged, and if I'm wrong, hey, good for y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Good for y'all, because I'm not affected. A bunch of gays don't, or homosexuals or whatever they like to be called. They don't come after and they don't bother me. I be around them. I think a lot of them are funny. You know what I mean? It's just that, hey, my frame of thought is on a natural, on a basic level. If you got a penis, there's a hole that is meant for it. Use that. And I think that's the basic guideline that you should go toward. And then if my ignorance, If it is chromosomes and this, that, and the third, we ain't gonna know for sure until we make it on the other side. We ain't gonna know for sure. But from what we do know right now, for all of us that have been here, it took a penis and a vagina, not a dick and an asshole.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have the beautiful ones.
Peace.